Going through the comments section of my videos, I keep coming across the same popular misconceptions about disability, and I think these misconceptions can hurt the chances of folks applying for disability, so I'm making this video. Hello, I'm John Foster. I'm a medical doctor who does Social Security disability exams. I've done over 1,500. And as usual, everything I say reflects my own opinions based on my own experience and study, and not the opinions of the Social Security Administration or any other medical body. If you're involved in disability, you may want to subscribe to my channel. And if you find this video useful, I hope you'll leave it a like. And if you don't find it useful, I hope you comment and explain what would help you. So, the bottom line up front, disability means that you have a medical condition or conditions that prevent you from reliably performing the duties of a full-time entry-level job. And note, that doesn't mean that you cannot do your previous job. It means any simple entry-level full-time job. The first popular misconception is people will say, I have such and such a medical problem. Can I get disability? And here's the issue. In most cases, disability is not based on your medical diagnosis. It's based on how your medical problems limit your work-related abilities. Two people with the same diagnosis, say stroke or a herniated disc in their low back, can vary tremendously in what they can and cannot do when it comes to work-related abilities. The second popular misconception is related to the first. People will say, I have such and such on my MRI. Will I qualify for disability? And again, Social Security doesn't base disability approval or disapproval on MRI findings. They use MRIs, which are what doctors call imaging, and also X-rays, CT scans, radionuclide scans, ultrasounds, and other medical tests, such as blood and urine tests, as supporting evidence for disability, not the primary evidence. There are a few rare situations where the diagnosis alone or a test alone will guarantee approval, such as the diagnosis of Huntington's chorea, but again, those are rare. The third popular misconception is that alcoholics or drug addicts can get disability based on their alcoholism or drug addiction. And this is categorically wrong. If you go to Social Security's website, you'll see that Social Security will not approve a disability application for someone who's alcoholic and is drinking, or someone who is a drug addict and is continuing to take drugs, period. They will sometimes approve disability if the alcoholism or drug addiction has caused serious medical problems and the person has stopped drinking or stopped drugging, and those problems persist and will not get better. But you cannot get approved for Social Security disability on the basis of alcoholism or drug addiction. The fourth popular misconception I see over and over again is somebody will say a doctor put this person on disability, or a doctor wouldn't put this person on disability. Approval of disability applications is not made by any of the doctors who see or treat a patient. It's made by the staff at the Social Security Administration. Now, certainly, doctors' opinions are taken seriously by those staff people, but never is a patient approved or denied disability based on a doctor's opinion. The fifth popular misconception, and one of my favorites, is that if you act crazy at your disability exam, it's guaranteed your application will be approved. There is a huge body of knowledge about how to determine if someone is really crazy, what doctors call psychotic, or is pretending to be crazy. And this is because a lot of people charged with serious crimes, such as murder, try to get out of being punished by trying to convince the court that they are crazy. And many of the things that lay people think a crazy person would say or do are not the things that a really psychotic person would say or do. For example, if you were pretending to be crazy, what would you say if the doctor asked you, "Do you think that cars have their own religion?" A lot of people would say yes, but it's a trick question psychiatrists have dreamed up. No one in the history of psychiatry has ever answered, "Yes, I think cars have their own religion," when they actually were crazy. The sixth popular misconception that I see all the time is people believe, well, I have these problems and limitations, and maybe I won't get approved, but if I exaggerate them during my disability exam, I'll convince the doctor that I'm disabled and I will get approved. Folks, this is one of the worst things that you can do. It's extremely easy to detect if someone is pretending or exaggerating during a disability exam, and if the doctor detects that, you're going to lose all credibility. As I've said over and over again, the best thing to do at your disability exam is to be as honest and straightforward as possible. The seventh and last popular misconception, people will say something like, "I've had 3 back operations, so now I'm disabled and should be approved." Well, maybe yes and maybe no. What counts for Social Security disability is what is your condition now, after your operations, which are in your past. And what are your limitations and abilities now? Some people who've had 3 back operations may be in terrible shape and have severe limitations, while some people who've had 3 back operations may be in fairly good shape and have minimal limitations. Well, that's all for today. Again, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and if you didn't enjoy it, please leave some helpful suggestions. And as always, remember, if it happens, it's possible.